Folks, hopefully by now you have heard that we have just released the brand new One Rental at a Time website. Please go to it, www.onerentalatatime.com. And the reason I am calling attention to that is because I rebuilt it for one reason and one reason only. I wanted to celebrate the millionaires that come back each week and contribute to this amazing channel. And one of the such gentlemen is Ty, T-Y-L-G. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing awesome, man. It's always great to be with you.
I appreciate it. Well, one of the things, again, that was really important to me was celebrate the folks that contribute. And one thing that I asked each of them to do was, why don't you recommend books that were meaningful to you? So what I want to do, Ty, is bring up the website and then go to your page and really talk about why those books you chose were important for you. You ready?
Yep.
All right. So let me just share the screen. All right. Hopefully that's coming up. Let me know when you can see it.
It's up.
All right, so folks, very simple design, one rental at a time. You can go and get the history. You can look at my timeline. You can look at some family photos, all of that. But the real meat, the real difference of this channel is the Meet the Millionaires. So again, all of these are contributors, some of them weekly, some of them monthly. But what I want to do here is go down to TYLG, Ty Leon Guerrero, and see his story. So again, folks, you can come in here, read a little bit about Ty. You can get all of his socials. Again, we are celebrating them. And then talk about the books that were important. So Ty, I will turn it over to you and talk about the books left to right, why they were important, why they made your short list of recommendations.
I love this. I love this. This is such a trip down memory lane. So when I'm like 19, 20 years old, I have a full-time job as a groundskeeper, and then I have my own landscape company, and it's, I've got a yard service, and I'm doing a job for a guy. I'm giving him a bid. I'm doing some work at his house, and he's this young guy and he's real successful. And I'm like, of course, I'm super curious. I'm like, hey, who are you? What do you do? How'd you get here? And he's like, I'm like 19 or 20. He's like maybe 24 or 25.
Oh, wow.
And he goes, I'm a real estate investor. And I'm like, really? And he's
Tell
like,
me more.
Yeah, exactly. And he goes, I'm a contractor. I'm a real estate investor. And he invites me into his home. His home is beautiful. And he goes, and he pulls two books off this big bookshelf, and he goes, you got to go and buy these two books immediately. And the first book was Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within. And then the second book was the Robert G. Allen book, Nothing Down for the 90s, or Nothing Down. In this case, it was Nothing Down for the 90s. They have the rewrite, which is Nothing Down. Yeah, rebrand for Nothing Down for the 2000s. And he goes, these two books changed my life. The first book, Tony Robbins, of course, we all know, mindset, psychology, right? How to persevere through tough times, all of that. And then he said the Robert G. Allen, he goes, some of it is no money down. Some of it is creative financing. But he goes, even just buying properties and putting money down, this has lots of strategies to go out there, find deals, but ultimately creating wealth through one rental at a time. So, that theme, that's also too why I gravitated to you so instantly. The first time I met you, and you just like one rental at a time, it just completely resonated, because it's like the words right out of, my original mentor's mouth, like literally, you get wealthy by buying one rental at a time. So, great books. Also, the third book, U Squared, is Price Pritchard. And it's a little book. It's an easy little read. I wish I had one here set next to me, but it's this thin little booklet. And it was given to me by Tom Ferry.
Oh.
Most people know, but I have a realty company. I've been a realtor since 1994, bought my first deal in 1993 as an investor. But Tom Ferry was my very first real estate coach. And he actually gave me that book with a nice little inscription in there, just talking about the book and what's possible. And the idea with the U Squared book, definitely not on the big guru reading list. The beauty of U Squared is that it just talks about, like, if you're going to doubt something, doubt your limits. If you're going to doubt your limits, not what's possible. And the idea is that a lot of times in this book, it's these short little 2-3 paragraph stories of basically getting out of your own way, thinking bigger, and getting out of linear thinking and getting into exponential thinking. And so with that said, what I love about books is because you get to model and you get to step into the shoes of the author. And what I love about you, Michael, is you are such a giver in YouTube. And that for anybody out there, don't buy the book, one rental at a time, buy these books. Yes, they're going to help you. But what I would say is that when you make an investment in a book or anything to learn, you're buying time.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is that you can shortcut. What you can do in 5 years, you can probably do in 5 to 10 months by shortcutting the process. And so for everybody here, the best thing on this website isn't these books. The best thing on this website, Michael, is your course, the one rental at a time course. And I'm such a raving fan for anybody that if you're on the path of one rental at a time, building wealth, show them where do they go to buy the course.
Right here.
There it is.
Yeah. You get the one option
$3.99.
if you want. Yeah. If you want 30 minutes of my time, it's a little more expensive. I recommend $3.99.
So the $3.99 you're downselling. What comes with the $7.99?
Everything in the $3.99 except 30 minutes of my time. You get 30 minutes of my life for, I don't know what that is, an extra $400.
So ideally, folks, if you can afford it, I would say buy the $7.99 program, get into the course. Don't immediately schedule your 30-minute.
Yeah.
Get into the course for a couple of weeks and really come up with a great set of questions, and then use your 30-minute session with Michael to help you connect the dots. But Michael, I got to say, I love what you're doing. I'm proud, incredibly proud to be associated with you and to be a member, a leader, if you will, within your community. And I'm super excited about what you're doing at the one rental at a time community and everything. So the website looks awesome.
Yeah. And then the last thing, everybody wants to talk about the 50 or the 53-year spreadsheet. You can now get it. All you got to do is give me your name and email, and we will auto send you the 53-year spreadsheet. This is another little twist we made so I can stop being the gatekeeper and send it to everyone. Just go get it yourself.
I love it. And by the way, that's such a good, because history, right? We always hear this, history repeats itself. You did that whole breakdown about the 53 years and where we're at right now feels a lot like the late 70s, early 80s.
It does. Yeah. I mean, one of the reasons my housing calls have been spot on is because I studied 80, 81, 82, 83. They're not exactly the same, but they sure are rhyming.
Very similar. Man, I love everything you're doing. The site looks awesome. I would encourage everybody. Yes, you can buy those books, but more important than buy the books, buy the course. I'm twisting Michael's arm because he's doing a lot of extra added things. And what I'm suggesting to him is to increase the price by double or triple what the course is. And only because I think that because it's $3.99, I don't think people really understand what they're getting in terms of access and what you really give to the community. So yeah, I would say buy the course.
Yeah, buy the course now. Again, we keep adding more and more stuff and don't raise the price. So yeah, there might be something to that. But as of today, as of June 16th, it is still $3.99. So we'll see what happens. Thanks, Ty. I appreciate you. Thank you for your recommendations. Thank you for being a huge part of the channel and all you do. And oh, by the way, folks, if you're still watching, we need to do a Bay Area event with this guy. Where should we do it? I had somebody recommend Hayward. I mean, we could always do the Silicon Valley. We got to do something together. So leave comments below what city we should go to, and maybe we'll do something. Thanks, bud.
Love it.